Hello SS2, how are you? Okay, so we'll be proceeding with lesson 2 on that's the concluding part of our topic, crop pests. Here I'll be showing you pictures of some of diseased crop plants, their parts that the pest will go after and then infest these parts. Okay, it could be the fruits, leaves, stem, wherever. I'll be showing you. Okay, so you see what these diseases look like on the crop parts that they affect. So let's just go on. You're welcome. So here, this is bacterial blight disease. It's caused by a bacterium species. Okay, it affects rice and citrus fruits. It also affects your cotton fruits, as you can see as you'll be seeing, or you're seeing now in the second picture. So going back again, you see that the citrus fruits, your oranges, for example, as you can see in the picture by your left, okay, it's not well formed, right? You can see those spots on the leaves and on the fruits. So that is a citrus canker disease. Your rice, as you can see by the right, is having yellowish lines on the edges, not well formed too. It should be all green, but you can see those. So that's rice bacterial blight, the bacterial blight disease of rice. Okay, so that's what it looks like, the bacterial blight disease of rice and of your citrus canker. And then this one is bacterial blight disease of cotton. Okay, bacterial blight disease. So we can have bacterial blight disease of our citrus, specifically called citrus canker. Then we can also have it of the rice and now cotton, as you can see. These are cotton fruits. Is a textile fruit. Okay, in the wool industry is very essential. But when it's affected by a bacterium species that causes this bacterial blight disease, this is what the cotton fruit will be looking like. Instead of looking all green without blemish, uniformly all green, it's having wrinkles, it's having spots and damps, as you can see in the picture. So this is a diseased cotton fruit. And now this one is also caused by a bacterium species, okay, and it's called soft rot disease of onion bulbs. So you can have the neck rot, soft rot diseases of the onion bulb. It's caused by the causal agent or pathogen, okay, or parasite is a bacterium species. It's a particular species of bacterium that causes all of these. Okay, so you can see the soft rots. It's affecting the surfaces of our onion bulbs and also the internal surfaces, okay, of our onion bulbs is also affected by this bacterium species, causing necrosis of the tissues of these onions, decaying. Okay, so especially when onions are not well preserved, if they are left in dampy environments, they can also allow this infestation by this bacterium species that causes this neck rot and soft rot diseases of our onion bulbs. Then this one is of the pepper, called leaf spot. It affects the leaves of our pepper plants. You can see the picture of the leaf, or the leaves of the plant. Taking a look at a leaf, especially the one you can obviously see. You can see that it is having yellowish edges, not well formed at all. Cottons like wilting inside with spots on the surface, brownish spots. So that is called leaf spot, caused by bacterium species that affects our pepper plants, particularly the leaves. So that's what leaf spot of the pepper plant will look like. And then this one This is bacterial wilt disease of bean. Okay, so by our right, okay, you can see the good formation of the bean. Okay, the bean plants. You can see the leaves, the fruits, everything well formed, right? The flowers there too. But by the left, you can see how wilting away, how necrotic, how died up it is. So that's a disease. It's disease. It's really suffering. It needs it really needs help. Like it's dying away. So that's caused by Bacterium species. Okay, that causes this bacterial wilt disease or wilt disease of bean. Okay. So what about this one? This one is caused by a fungus species. Okay, there's a particular species of the fungus that causes this anthracnose. Okay, so anthracnose, the causal agent is a fungus, and this is what it will look like on the banana that it affects. The banana fruit, as you can see. Look at what, I mean, a good banana fruit should be all yellowish or all greenish, right? Blemish free, depression and spotless, but depression free and spotless, but that's not the observed. So it shows that something is wrong. These bananas are diseased by they're affected by anthracnose disease, okay, caused by a fungus. So this one is also caused by a fungus. Okay, so a fungus is the causal agent of this black sigatoka, which affects banana plants, particularly the leaves. Now you can see the leaves. Most of us are familiar with these kind of leaves or in our banana plantations, even plantain plantations. Okay, we have seen the leaves appearing like this. So that is black sigatoka disease of banana plants or even of your plantain plants, affecting the leaves, causing the leaves not to be well formed, because a good one should be all green and fresh, but you can see the brownish yellowish spots and drying up by the edges. Some of them actually dry up and fall to the ground. So it's not just anything, it's a disease. A fungus has caused it. It's a disease. They are suffering. Okay, so you can see that disease don't just affect only human beings or only animals. They also, or livestock, they also affect plants. Okay, so this one is fungus, caused by fungus. It's a species of fungus that causes it. So it's called tuber rot disease of yam. So please, it's tuber rot, not tuber root. Okay, so please change that rot to root when you're taking down your notes. Okay, so that's tuber rot disease of yam. Okay, so you can see that the yams are rotting away, the yam crop. The tuber is really, or the tubers, as many as they are there, they are rotting away. These are different shades or different types that the tuber rot disease can appear in your yam. Okay, from inside, begins to eat from inside, then shows signs of and symptoms externally. Okay, so before the signs and symptoms will appear for us to see, something would have been going wrong from inside. So it's until it has really gone wrong inside that you begin to now see it as a sign physically or externally. So it has that's what disease is. It starts from the inside. It eats from the inside. It starts disturbing from within before it shows up externally, and it may be too late. Okay, but if not too late, then at least when the sign comes, then on the symptoms, you know that something is wrong inside. So as you can see, the inside has been eaten up by this fungus species, and it also shows externally now, so that you now know that it's not good for consumption. You now know that it's not good for consumption. Sometimes it may not even show externally, but when you now want to cut the yam, you see that something is going wrong inside. So don't even eat. Don't even eat such yam. So these are the different shades that the tuber rot disease of yam can be shown, and this is caused by fungus species. What about this one? It's also caused by a fungus. It's called the root rot of rubber. Your rubber plantation, your rubber tree, because it's grown for the latex. Okay. So latex can be processed to make your rubber products. So that is it. It just goes for the root. Now the fungus that causes this root rot will not attack the leaves or any other parts, but the roots. Now you can see the healthy part of the root, but when it's diseased, it shows like that one you see at the diseased corner. So the latex may not be good or healthy, may not be good enough to be used to make something of economic value anymore. So what about this one? This one is caused by fungus, rice blast disease. This is the rice blast disease. Initially we looked at the one caused by a bacterium species called what? Rice blight. But this one now is rice blast. It's caused by a fungus species, and that's what it looks like. It should be all green. It should be all beautifully green, uniformly green, but including the grains, including the leaves. But whereby you see those yellowing on the leaves and even of the grains, then it shouldn't be. It's not healthy. It has been affected by this fungus species that causes the rice blast. So this is a rice blast disease. Picture of the rice on the rice crops. What about this one? Molting disease of melon. Molting disease of melon. This is a melon fruit, okay, like your watermelon fruit. So as you can obviously see, it's not healthy. It should be all green. It should be all green, all yellow. Oh, sorry, all green, all white. All right, or like all green with shades of white, isn't it? Okay, it's having shades of white, green, like that, in a very good one, uniformly colored. But whereby it has a patch, like you are obviously seeing brownish spots forming a patch, large patch like that, even a little patch. So far there is not uniformly green with white patches, then with white lines like that, so you know that it is not healthy. So it's called molting disease of melon fruit, and it's triggered by a virus. There's a particular type of virus that causes it, okay? It's caused by a virus. So this one, please don't eat it again if you find such. When you go to buy your watermelon fruits, go for the healthy ones, uniformly colored and looking healthy and indeed healthy. Now this one is mosaic disease of cassava, caused by a virus. Okay, so the causal agent is a virus. Okay, so by the top left hand corner, okay, by the top, that's the B. Okay, look at the B. That's how healthy the cassava plants should be. You can see that the leaves are very healthy, isn't it? Good looking. That's how it should be. But pictures A, C, D, they are not healthy at all. You can see that the leaves are wilting away. So mosaic comes with wilting, shrinking, and chlorosis, okay, turning yellowish, unhealthily yellowish, abnormally yellowish. And you can see that the edges of the leaves, okay, are not healthy. They are wilted, okay, so they are shrunken. So like something is really wrong. Okay, so this is not how it should be. So when you go to your cassava plantation, you know it's a common food crop in our area, south, processed into gari, processed into your akpu and all that. We really enjoy it, right? So it's very important that we're able to identify them when diseased. And the name of the disease is mosaic disease, triggered by a virus. So that's the picture. Now what about this one? Rosette disease of groundnuts. This may be a common sight. So whenever you see your groundnuts looking like this, then it's having rosette, which is a disease of groundnuts, okay, caused by a virus. So don't eat it again, just throw it away. Okay, thank you. So what about this one? Corn smut disease of maize or corn. Okay, you can see the big seeds. Okay, blackish, whitish seeds. Okay, they are not supposed to be there. They are not supposed to be there at all. Those ones that you can see enlarged, that are not yellowish. Okay, they are not supposed to be there at all. They are not supposed to be there. So those are the corn smut. That maize has been affected by corn smut. That's a corn smut disease. It has been infested by a particular fungus species that causes this corn smut disease. So when you see your maize appearing like this, don't eat it again because it is diseased, and the particular name of the disease is corn smut disease. What about this one? This one is caused by a fungus species called the powdery mildew. Okay, it affects mango plants, particularly the leaves. You can see the leaves are not all green, the venations are not all clear. Some have been covered with brown patches and all that. So those brown patches on the surface of the leaves, they are not healthy. They are signs that that mango plant is diseased. Okay, and the name of the disease is powdery mildew disease. What about our cucumbers? A normal cucumber should be green, right? Light green all through, or dark green, or a mixture of light and green and dark greens, but should at least have uniform coloration and looking very healthy. But whereby you're having those white patches or white parts, oh my god, then it's fungus infestation, and that is a downy mildew disease, a downy mildew disease of cucumbers. So not healthy at all, not healthy at all. What about this one? Late blight disease of Irish potato. Okay, most of us are more familiar with the sweet or red potatoes, right? Sweet potatoes or red potatoes. But we also have Irish potato. It's another species of potato. It's another kind of potato. So when it's looking like this, it should be all yellowish. Okay, it should be all yellowish all around, uniform. But whereby it's having those brownish parts, okay, depressed like that, okay, those spots, those blemishes, those dark brown spots and patches on the surfaces of the potato food crop, then it is not healthy at all. It is not healthy at all. It's a tuber crop. Okay, so it's not healthy at all for consumption anymore. What about this one? Tomatoes, come on. Fresh tomatoes should really be all red or all yellowish, depending on the species, but whereby it's having a black interior, come on, as you can see, it has even been chopped, like eaten, a part has been cut before it got decayed. That's the pest, right? Remember, the bird must have taken a part or something before that led to it being open for infestations and all that by the fungus species. So just take a look at that black interior. Is that a normal tomato? No. So don't eat it again. Don't eat such. We won't eat such, because that is a sign, physical sign, obvious, okay, that is having a disease. And you should know that the name of the disease is late blight disease, okay, caused by a fungus species. What about the black mold of onion? Okay, your onion bulb. That's the picture, caused by a fungus species. Okay. And one thing, before you start seeing a physical symptoms, okay, once you start seeing a physical symptom, or signs, because this is a physical sign, right? This is a sign that something has gone wrong inside. That's why it's a disease. Now, a disease, we said, would have started deterioration, okay, or necrosis or decaying of the cells would have started from inside long time ago. Okay, so when you are physically seeing it as a sign, that's not when the disease started. It has started some time back, okay, and the inside has already been affected before it starts showing outwardly. So some persons will be like, let them just cut off the signs now, what you are physically seeing. Let's just cut it off so that maybe the inside will be a bit good for consumption. No, the inside is bad. Even though the inside is looking cleaner, the fact is that it's bad. Microscopically observing, you discover that it is bad. It may not be bad to the naked eyes, but if you microscopically observe, it is really bad. And the truth is that so long as you can physically see a sign, then the inside is no more worthy for consumption. So just throw the whole bulb away. Do you understand? Because some persons will be like, let them just cut off this bad part, this decayed or necrotic part, and the inside will be maybe better for consumption. But like I warned you, maybe naked to your eyes, using your naked eyes, it appears good. But just take a slice and microscopically observe, you see some fungal parts on the surface. So just throw the whole away. Now this one is freckle of oil palm, affecting oil palm trees, particularly the leaves. Okay, the fungus species that causes this freckles, these freckles on oil palms are leaf feeders. Like they just affect the leaves, like like the pest. The pest that may also have carried this pathogen, this fungus, is the leaf feeder. So as it was feeding, it deposited these particles, these causal agents, and also the fungus can also, fungus, what really happens with fungus? They grow on dead and decaying organic matter. Isn't it? They will normally grow on dead and decaying organic matter. So maybe it could also be that the pest has just gone for the leaf that it feeds on, but now it has opened the leaf to fungal infiltrations, causing decay now, of the more decay or more harm, now causing disease. When the pest fed on the leaf, it may not have deposited any pathogen, but just that it has opened it up now to disease infiltrations. That means pathogens can now easily penetrate or easily be deposited on that exposed regions. And that's how you begin to get your crops affected this way. And then what about the black pod disease of cocoa? Cocoa are beverage crops. Can be used for making chocolates, your Milos, your Bournvita, and all that. So it's very good. It should be all green. But that arrow, as you can see, is pointing you to the black pod. And as you can see in so many of the pods, they actually have been affected by the fungus species that causes this black pod. So this is what a black pod disease of cocoa will appear to be like. Cassava, it's an important food crop to us because gari is a very essential staple commodity in Nigeria, and this is a root crop, isn't it? So I don't know, but looking at the inside, as you can see, it's not white. It should be all white all through, right? But you can see this yellow parchment going even inside. So it's diseased. It's bad. It's really bad. So this is mosaic disease. So if you go to your cassava plantation and you harvested your cassava and you get to cut and you see that such is the case as you're seeing in the picture, then you know that that cassava is diseased, and it is called cassava mosaic disease. So you can just throw the bad ones away while you leave out the good ones, because the good ones, as you cut them, the healthy ones, the inside should be white. And then this is root knot disease of carrots, caused by nematode. Okay, some round worms, okay, caused these ones. So you can see what it's looking like, knots around the carrots. The carrots vegetable should be all green, all yellow, right? Like reddish yellow, or yellowish. It should be uniform, neat, without all those knots and spots, you see. But that's not the case here. So when you harvest your carrot vegetables and you discover that some of them are like this, you just know, oh, these carrots have been diseased by, that they are diseased. Okay, just know that. And the name of the disease is root knot disease. Just say, oh, root knot disease of carrots. Root knots, just call them. That's the name, root knots. Okay, so they can affect your carrots, vegetables, and they are caused by nematodes. Particular kind of nematode, okay, not all, depending on the species. There's a species of nematode that will cause this. Okay, all right. So this brings us to the end of these pictures, and these pictures are all yours, so you can still go back on the slides and view them. Okay, they're all yours again. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the topic on crop pests. All right, and I trust you enjoyed the lessons, and please, the lesson notes are alongside the video, so you can pause, okay, to copy the notes. So, and I also hope you're also studying the notes too while listening to the videos. Take good care of yourself, stay out of trouble. I wish you the best. Bye bye.